You can see the world the way it really is. Always.
So,
Recording.
Adrian, why don't you give us a little backstory on what you're doing now, where you came from, especially in the last 12-ish months,
Yeah.
um, kind of what got you into it. Like, just kind of give us your little backstory, motivational spiel. I know you've been doing this a lot lately, but
Yeah.
yeah, let us know what's going on, man.
It pretty much started my junior year, uh, winter break, going into my spring semester. I went to Philippines and I met a Filipino woman who made her riches through, or her, I guess her wealth through real estate and stocks. And at the time, I did not know what real estate was or what stock was, but the only thing I knew was that if a Filipino woman can do it, I can do it. So that kind of planted the seed,
Right.
except I didn't take action towards building that real estate dream that I was like hoping for to get, or that stocks. Oh, stocks. Maybe I'll learn how to trade stocks because I was too focused in school, aka kind of depressed and sad the fact that I was going at a path where I wasn't really too happy about. And everything really changed when I walked the stage in May 2019. I don't know, like being in that stage and realizing that I was finally out of school, I felt this heavy weight lifted off my chest, and I felt like I could pursue my dream for some reason. And
Yeah.
every single day after I walked that stage, I would go 16 hours and study options, and then I met Josh all of a sudden because my brother told me about him. I would listen to podcasts all the time, going back to work, and kept pushing it that way. So let's see. May 2019, I literally started with $1,000 and I had no job lined up. I was actually stressing so hard because I didn't have anything lined up and I didn't know where I was going to go after school. But I knew that I was going to option trade no matter what. Met
So tell us
Josh.
real quick about, yeah. So let's talk real quick about what got you into trading stocks, trading options. Where did you? I mean, obviously, when you're in school, you didn't know anything about it, but all of a sudden,
Yeah.
you went from 0 to 100 miles an hour doing options trading and stock trading, and starting to kind of build a little portfolio. But I mean, how did you find? So we'll talk about the Stock Market Live channel on YouTube, but and
Yeah.
Josh, but yeah, how did you find him?
I found him through my older brother. Me and my older brother at the time, we were very motivated learning about option trading because it was the new, like, I guess it was the new thing in our life. And it was exciting to learn about. So, I just kept pushing through with podcasts and trying to learn more about it. And I was enticed with the idea of being able to make money no matter what you do. Because I didn't really want to go the engineering job, but I knew at the time that that's the only path that I could take to make money until
Right.
I'm,
And so you got your
able to
degree in
create other business.
mechanical engineering, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I mean, before that, even I would try like different types of businesses that would try to make me money, but they stole money from me because guess what? They were
What were
MLMs.
some
They
of
were
those?
multi-level marketing businesses.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
the yeah multi-level marketing. What
yeah. So I started, going from that to option trading, and at the time, I got accepted to an internship, and I interned with them um, from May to August, until I actually officially graduated because I needed to take two more summer classes. So while I was interning, I was also taking summer classes and then learning option trading at the same time. Because I knew I wanted to get into real estate first, but I knew that I couldn't balance two at a time, and knew that I had to focus on one thing first in order to master that, or somehow get the fundamentals of it first in order to move
Right.
on to a different thing. So
Yeah.
kept pushing there, blew my account until December, January. Kept pushing through no matter what. I mean, at the time already too, I was already listening to Josh and like, constantly building this belief that I can do it, that no matter what, if I just keep pushing through and just stay persistent and consistent at the same time, I'll make it. So I just kept believing in that. And come by December. So I full time. I had full time job already by the time August. They paid me very cheap because my company was. They were okay. I'm not gonna name their names. They were good people, but I
Sure.
guess they're just, yeah,
Welcome to life. Yeah, you
yeah
into
Yeah.
the real world with a bunch of debt from school, and they say that's great. We want to give you a job and come on in, and because you're at the bottom of the ladder, we're not
Yeah.
gonna.
I literally had no choice, and I didn't
Yeah.
have any other, places to go to. And the only place that would accept me was NavC, but they would have accepted me around this time. Actually, I was supposed to have an interview with them right now, fall 2020.
Wow. But you caught on to this, and you started realizing what you could potentially do at 22 years old.
Mhm.
And so this connection between the market, stock market, and real estate was because of this, the trading fraternity, right? And you were searching YouTube. You were looking for a different way. Is that
Yeah.
fair to say? Yeah.
Yeah,
So what's
that
the
was exactly
talk about
it.
the connection? Yeah, talk about the connection between that and how you got into real estate. Like what turned you onto real estate?
Just the idea of having assets made me really fall in love with real estate, and the fact that I can actually provide a tenant with a livable home for the price that's actually worth what they're paying for. That's what really made me fall in love with it. And you know, I try to keep that because I see real estate as a customer service business.
Yep.
And if I can provide the best for my tenants, then I'll have a happier life. Because if they're happy, I figured I'm happier too. Because honestly, living in this place right now for the past 11, 12 years, my landlord didn't really take care of anything. He just let
Yeah.
everything fall off, and he knew that we didn't have anywhere else to go, so he took advantage of that.
Yeah.
And
So
we
That
should let
happens a
our
I
lot.
listeners know you're in New Jersey.
yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
New Jersey. I'm like, just to give you guys an idea, I'm in a market right now where maybe a 3-bedroom would go for 1,700, and we're living in a 750 apartment. So that just gives you
Mhm.
the idea where
Mhm.
what type of environment I'm living in right now. And
Mhm.
that's why I was super motivated to get out of it.
Yeah.
And on top of that motivation towards, having the capability to give value to other people, I saw the growth potential in that company that I worked at. And, you know, I would and this is just coming from the motivation that I saw from my boss. I'm not saying that he's a bad guy, but it's just that what I got from him, at least, that he was fine being in that position for the rest
Mhm.
of his life.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And I would always try to help him. Hey, have you heard about stocks, or have you heard about real estate? But he's like, I never really looked at that stuff, and I didn't really bother about it. But in my head, I'm like, wow, it's changing people's lives. There's people out
Yeah.
there that's 30 years old and can do whatever they want because they hustled for 10 years, they grinded, and now they can do whatever. You don't want to do that? Like, in my head, at least, I didn't tell him that. At the same time, it was a small company, so I knew that I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna go anywhere. If